Good morning, everybody. First, please take a deep breath and out, and inhale all the Buddha's blessing, permeate in our mind, and exhale all our tension. And please inhale all the bodhicittas, the Buddhas, bodhisattvas, and our minds fully nature of that. And exhale all our negativities. Now, we ask the mind as the Buddha bodhicitta. So today I will study, practice the precious Dharma teaching to attain complete Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. So please meditate on this. Kanda jojo tongo jojo no jojo lomoro jirwa kanso da 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 me choje chara bebe sambanda pratam jende now in the primary or all the just at the beginning of the first chapter, in the introduction, we have 6 topics. The primary cause, the working basis, the contributory cause, and the methods, Buddhahood, and the result. So from these, so far, we touched on the subject of the primary cause of Buddha nature, and working basis, precious human life, and the contributory cause, the spiritual master, the teacher, and then its method. The method to attain Buddhahood is the instruction of the spiritual master, and that's the 4 topics. For the remedy of the attachment of this life, contemplation in the impermanence of all phenomena, that which is composite, and attachment and the remedy to the attachment, the pleasure of the samsara, reflecting on the suffering nature of the samsara. Look at those in detail, reflect. And the cause of that suffering, the karma. The karma is a non-meritorious karma, meritorious karma, unshakable karma. These 3, how they create or perform the samsara, the desire wall, formless wall. Look at this. And then the remedy for the attachment of the individual's peace, attachment of the peace, we reflect on the loving kindness and compassion practice for all the sentient beings. And the remedy not understanding how to attain Buddhahood, reflect on the how to cultivate bodhicitta step by step. Look at this. So we have touched on these all subjects. Now by the understanding of samsara, and then we are inspired how to free from samsara. Then conjunction with that, there's 5 paths and 10 bhumis, how we process. That's called lambrim, the stages, step by step, you see. So chapter 18, the aspects of the 5 paths here, now page 257. By first cultivating the mind of supreme enlightenment and then persistently training, one will go through all the paths and levels. Level means the bhumis of the bodhisattvas. So from this explanation of the path follows the summary: the path of accumulation, the path of application, the path of insight, the path of meditation practice, and the path of complete perfection. So these are the 5. So these 5 comprise the explanation of the paths. So look at this. Now here, first introduction. See, the 5 paths according to the lamp for the path to enlightenment by Atisha. First, the paths establish a foundation through study and practice the Dharma of lower and middle capacity person. You know, those we are inferior, mediocre. See, when we have this precious human life, there's a great opportunity. It has such a capacity to free from samsara. So there are 3 of these person. The lower or the inferior person at least has a capacity to avoid the 10 non-virtues, practice the 10 virtues, at least can attain human and God realms to experience the happiness of the samsara, you see. So that, as we have touched, you see. Look at, when you look at the draw of the 6 rounds, sometimes in the monastery, in the door you see. So these are the 6 rounds. When you look at the hell round, burning, cooking, so you just shiver. Oh, what is this? So hell round. Oh, no. So that causes you to, if just by looking at this, you get some frightens. And then, if I born there, then it's really terrible. So what I can do? What should I do not to born there? Then these teachings, as I mentioned, you keep and practice the 10 virtue and avoid the 10 non-virtues. See? And then the mediocre person, when you study all the state of samsara, from the God realm to the hell realm, you find there's no instant real happiness. There's no any real pleasure in the samsara. So what should I do? So get the renunciation of the samsara first, and then practice the 10 virtues. They avoid the 10 non-meritorious karma, and practice the 10 meritorious karma. On the base on that, then practice the unshakable meditative concentration. With that karma abiding and special insight, as earlier mentioned, we uproot the cause of samsara, the attachment to the self. You find there's no self to be attached to, grasping. No final kind of decision you make through that discriminating wisdom, and you're free from samsara and achieve the arhats of the Sharavaka and Partik Buddha. See, that's what it's saying. Then cultivate the mind of aspiration and action bodhicitta. See, that is the supreme person. Now, not only you are the suffering. You are not, so no, not only you, but look at all the sentient beings. Look at how all the sentient beings are connected to you for your peace and happiness. How much you got benefit from them. So how dear you can abandon them and you alone attached to your own peace. No? So on the basis and practice of loving kindness and compassion, then what's the solution? So cultivate bodhicitta. I will attain Buddhahood, because Buddhahood, the absolute peace, happiness, for the benefit of all sentient beings. See? So then you have that kind of great capacity. That's what's called, as earlier mentioned, precious human life. It makes more sense now, you see, precious human life. Then action. Then they gather the true accumulation. Then it's not just enough, I cultivate bodhicitta. Now you have to put action, how to accomplish that objective goal, the Buddhahood. Now start gathering two accumulations. Accumulation of merit, accumulation of wisdom, through the 6 paramitas. Now as we went through step by step. See? Gather the two accumulations. This clearly explains the path of accumulation. So first, all this gathering, all the causes and conditions putting together. So you see, we need such a wonderful text, put together not just intellectually, but through the experience, through the wisdom, through the compassion. All the pieces together. So from there it's called the first part of accumulation. You start. Means you are making journey towards the Buddhahood. See? Then one gradually attains the heat and so forth. Then after part of accumulation, then follows the is called part of application. And the application, there are 4 stages. First is called heat, then maximum heat, and then patience, and then supreme, supreme goal, heat and so forth. Explains the path of application. Obtain the level of great joy, means then the first booming, the third part, the part of special insight. When you achieve that part, then there's great joy. Joy being free from samsara, joy being closer to Buddhahood, joy having great ability to benefit sentient beings, see? So forth. Explains the path of insight, see. And then after that follows the meditation and the perfection. So this is the 5-part introduction, see. And then next, see, the first part, the part of accumulation. So one who has the Mayana family cultivates bodhicitta. First, of course, one who has minor family, as take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Then, after having taken refuge, then you take the precepts. Any one of the 7 precepts, or upasaka, or upasika, and so forth. Make those a good foundation. So purify all the mental delusions, accumulate enough virtue so that the bodhicitta can be received and maintained. So that's why cultivate the bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment. After bodhicitta is received or cultivated, the mind, or taking the Bodhisattva's vow, they receive teachings from authentic master. After having received the teachings, then you sit down and then practice, remind yourself. Like this. For example, there are this like the 6 paramitas. And make effort in the virtues until make effort and then follow the path accumulation. There are 3 different stages of accumulations path. Small, middle, and great. So until the heat of the wisdom is attained, then even though you may not fully actualize the wisdom of the emptiness, but at least now it becomes very close. So it is called heat of the wisdom is attained. During this time, progress is classified into 4 stages. In this, before you achieve the part of the application, realization. So now you realize bodhicitta, means you fully actualize bodhicitta in it. And then aspiration. Then you, because of you are so just realized, then you are so aspire to attain Buddhahood. There's no any doubt, no aspiration. Greater aspiration, the aspiration becoming stronger, and achievement, that aspiration is achieved, means your bodhicitta is truly achieved and got the good meditative state, samadhi. So why this? So is this called the path of accumulation? So because on it one gathers the accumulation of virtue in order to become a vessel for the realization of the heat and so forth. This is called path of accumulation because it's the beginning, starting of accumulating all the virtues. So once you accumulate the virtue, means the merit and wisdom so accumulated and starting, then start getting the experience of the meditation. Because you are meditating on the wisdom, the self is not exists. Everything is just manifestation. You are developing your wisdom is greater and greater. Because of that, then experience of the heat, heat and the maximum heat, and then so it means the top, and then you start seeing emptiness, not directly, and then there's a patience, your patience in the practice of patience. There's a patience practice of the experience of the emptiness, and then that maximize heat and so forth. Therefore, it is called the path of accumulation. Then, in this, as I mentioned, there are three different types of path of accumulation: the lesser stage, the middle stage, and the greater stage. Then here, look at now just in the lesser stage, there are 4 mindfulnesses. So we go through that, The sustaining mindfulness of body, mindfulness of feeling, mindfulness of mind, and the mindfulness of phenomena. This, as earlier we went at the samadhi section, when we have strong attachment, especially to the body, so one should practice the cleanness of the body. Here, mindfulness of the body means in that meditation, our body has no essence. There's nothing to attach. It's just support to study, practice Dharma. So, because the body will age, will get sick, finally die. So there's no any essence. So while we're having this body, utilize it like a car. When the car is new, you drive. When the car gets old, you have to throw. No? So similar to this. Then mindfulness of feeling. We have feeling of good, pleasure, feeling of suffering, neutral, but all the feelings just comes according to the causes and conditions. It's just all illusory, all just a reflection of your mind. As well as the mindfulness of mind, we have a lot of different thoughts. They come and go. It's like a cloud in the sky. The mindfulness of phenomena, all these phenomena, every individual we perceive differently. There's no one solid. Some perceives good, some say not good. Some say I like, some say I don't like. So all these changes. So through this, mindfulness helps us to establish the meditative concentration, stabilize the mind. It's called the lesser stage of the path of accumulation. Then next, abandoning non-virtues which have been. Then with this, now we reflect all different types of negative actions, negative thoughts. We see directly, and they are the root cause of suffering, which we don't like, which we don't want. So because of this, now avoiding the 10 and rest non-virtues, called abandoning. And once we abandon, not allow them again to manifest, arise in the mind, in the body, speech. So let them go. They are not really that we need, or we want, or we should have, because they are the root cause of suffering. Then next, the fourth, the virtue which we don't have, like 10 virtues, loving kindness, compassion, Buddhism, so forth. Let them arise. Let them manifest. That gives us peace in the mind, in the body. See, we need this. Once it's arise, growing, let it grow stronger, better. is called allowing those virtues have risen to increase. So these are the three different stages of the path of accumulation. No, not yet. These are first, not three, sorry. First two. The last one is here. Now see. The 4 feet of miracle powers called the observation of strong aspiration, the observation of the perseverance, the observation of the mind, and the observation of the investigation. Now, after this, first 4 mindfulnesses, second abandon, and the third, then real establish the mind with the full calm abiding state, samadhi. So these three is called the path of accumulation. The third one is called the 4 occurs during the greater stage of the path of accumulation. So see, meditation practice is very important. We study and practice. If we don't practice, there's no progress. After accomplishing or perfecting the path of accumulation, then the practitioner follows next step. It's called the path of application. See, the path of application begins after perfecting of the path of accumulation. It has 4 stages corresponding to the realization of 4 noble truths. You see, 4 noble truths is there. 4 noble truths. All the Buddhists, we make very important. That's the framework of the complete Buddhist teaching. As earlier mentioned, we practice Dharma not because we are Buddhist. We practice Dharma, we want to free from suffering. Therefore, we practice the Buddhist teaching. So, to free from suffering, Buddha said we should not suffering. We should avoid the cause of suffering. And then should attain the cessation of suffering, nirvana. And then one should follow the path. So these 4 noble truths. So these are now, see, that's we are cultivating bodhicitta because we want to free from suffering, ourselves and all sentient beings. We are practicing bodhicitta because we want to avoid the cause of suffering. We are practicing bodhicitta because we want to attain the Buddhahood, the cessation of suffering. We are practicing bodhicitta because we are following the path. Following the path to attain Buddhahood. As well, Vajrayana, some deity yoga practices we are doing. We are doing those deity yoga practices because we want to free from suffering. We want to free from the cause of suffering. We want to attain that deity, the Buddha, that state. We are practicing that as a path, see. So, the 4 noble truths corresponds to all the Buddhists, whatsoever, any Buddhist, we follow that. So that's why it's here, the 4 noble truths, you see. Then the heat, when we follow with that, then there's a progress in the practice. The heat, and then maximum heat, and patience on that heat, and the realization of the highest holy Dharma means now highest in the samsara. Then the next step will be beyond samsara. That's what we call highest holy Dharma. Why is it called the path of accumulation? Because there one makes an effort directly to realize the truth. application. You apply this, you applying the path to connect to the absolute truth. Oh, that's called path of application. So there, the first two, the heat and maximum heat, is called the 5 power. Here, the power of faith, power of perseverance, power of mindfulness, power of absorption, and the power of wisdom, awareness. See? Now, they are called power, because as earlier, yesterday, other day I mentioned, our purpose of the practice is to subdue, purify all our mental afflictions. No? We should not ignore our mental afflictions. So through these meditation practices, we get such power. Now these mental afflictions, they don't have much power to affect us, to create negative karma. So our faith means our confidence to the enlightenment is strong. Our perseverance is strong. Mindfulness is strong. Observation, meditation is strong. And seeing things, how they abide, how they exist naturally, is clear. So this is strong. Then next, see, patience, the highest worldly dharma, then that mind becomes stronger. So these 5 becomes having power. Above the power, they build the strength. It's called the 5 strength. Now, you can really control all these negativities, manifestations. They manifest, but your meditation has a strength. They have no much power, strength to occupy your mind. No? So that's why it's called strength of faith, perseverance, mindfulness, absorption, and the wisdom, awareness. See, your mind is such calm, peaceful, ready to kindle the critical insight, vipassana. And the third, the part of insight, sometimes we call special insight, Laktong. Now, on the basis of this part of application, your karma abiding meditation or samadhi is very strong. It's called unshakable. On that unshakable meditative state, then the special insight is there now. When the special insights there in the one moment of the total unwavering the mind, then has this power, ability to see the direct emptiness nature of the self, also suffering, the cause of suffering, the cessation and the path to cessation, the 4 noble truths. You see directly. So there the practitioner needs such a great first patience. So related to the Four Noble Truths, there are 8 different patients. First, say related to the direct meditative concentration state of the patients, realizing their nature's total selflessness, emptiness. Then, after that, the post-meditation, also when you see that selfless nature of the Four Noble Truths, and there's 8, it says 4 patients, so there's 8 patients. And after this is called the cognition of the awareness. So you see this, as you saw in the meditative state, total absorption state, there's no self. At the post-meditation, also, there's no self. In the both state, meditative state and at the post-meditative state. So this makes the 16 kind of instant corresponding to the Four Noble Truths. This is called special insight. See, so these are not so easy for us as we have not experienced that, but just get some understanding. What means free from samsara? This is what is called free from samsara, you know. So at this moment, there are 7 enlightened branches called the perfect mindful branch. Your mindfulness is perfect, means such a strong. Now your mindfulness is concealed by the selflessness of the wisdom awareness. So mindfulness branch. Discrimination, your wisdom awareness is such a pure, perfect. Perseverance, your perseverance is paying off to realize for the realization of such the special insight path. Then, as earlier mentioned, joy, this first path, first bhumi is called the great joy path or bhumi, because your ability of the now getting rid of, destroying, annihilating these mental delusions are such that fully penetrated, and the Buddhahood is now closer. So, and your mind is free from these such strong negative mental afflictions. So mentally there's great joy. Relaxation, and now your mind and body both are fully relaxed, well trained. Observation, meditation, that, and equanimity, seeing all are equal, emptiness, selflessness. So this the third part is just briefly about that. Then, when one fully actualized the special insight path, and that what you have seen or realized directly is not enough to be a Buddha. Now to become Buddha, you have to train step by step. That's called path of meditation. Your meditation means what you have seen, you have to training. So now to get to used to it. Step by step. So in that there's now we no need to go detail. Here there's 8 usually we call eightfold path or eight noble paths. All we Buddhists talk about this. No? So here is mentioned perfect view, as you can say perfect view, say noble view, or so forth. Means this view means view of the selflessness, view of the emptiness. What you have seen is emptiness. That's what you are viewing. According to that state of the mind, you view emptiness, total, pervasive or pervading emptiness. Then your mental thought or conception, whatever you call, is according to that. And your speech is according to that, the view. Action, put action, nothing but virtuous activities, physically, mentally. Livelihood is a right livelihood, we call. And all the effort you make towards the enlightenment. And your mindfulness is such that all the time that the right view or the view and the emptiness, selflessness is within that state of mind is called mindfulness. And observation, your observation also that your karma abiding, special insight, inseparable. So that way you progress on the path until you achieve the 10th bhumi. Then the 5th path is called path of perfection. So because of your practicing all this way through these 4 or 8 noble paths, 8 noble paths are the special technique which supports for our practice. Then, so when you achieve the 10th bhumi, at the 10th bhumi, after the Vajra-like absorption, means your absorption, your meditative equipoise is such, it's like a Vajra, indestructible, invincible, by any means. So all whatever negativity is there, totally has no any chance. They are all just purified, uprooted. So one actualized nature of the awareness, total nature of the Buddhahood. The awareness of exhaustion and the awareness of unborn. Say exhaustion means exhausted all the cause of suffering. Totally. Because of all the total of the suffering, the cause of suffering is fully exhausted, the suffering is unborn. There's no suffering to give rise. Say no. When all the poison is, the root of the poisons are fully uprooted, then the leaves, the poison has no chance to rise. It's unborn. The Vajra-like absorption is the state of the age of the path of meditation. See, age means the last part now. And it's included in the preparation and unobstructed stage. First you prepare that meditation, and then at the end, fully accomplished. See, this observation is called Vajra-like because it is unobstructed. Hard means no other obstacles can create any destruction. It cannot disturb that. It in its mention is invincible and very stable like a Mount Meru, and of one taste means everything, nothing but is emptiness, and all pervasive. See, samsara, nirvana in one taste, one nature, so that you see here now you if we go instead of going through this, you see page 261, the third paragraph. Why is called the path of perfection? See, because the training is perfected and enters the city of nirvana. Now we enter the city of nirvana. As you see, right at the beginning of this book, we have studied, you see, in the introduction session, whole phenomena into the two categories, samsara, nirvana. The nature of the samsara is emptiness, and nature of the nirvana is emptiness. Now your total nature of samsara is realized, no? And that is nirvana. So you enter into the city of nirvana. Now your practice is perfected. The samsara is nothing but confusion. No, confusion is non-existent. No? See. This is why it's called path of perfection. You are perfected in your practice. Everything's state of nirvana. Everything's state of pure land. This is real pure land now. It's within us, within our own mind. There's no special place to go now here. This ultimate pure land. See? At this stage, there are 10 attainments of there's no more training. See? Starting the 8, we have to say, if you ask, what are the 10? What are the 10 attainments of no more training? We have to put this 8-fold path. They are fully perfected in their practice. And then, after that, say, starting with the perfect view, the trainings through the perfect observation of no more training. And then the full liberation of no more training is 9th, and the perfect premortal wisdom, no more training. So these are the 10. These 10 attainments of no more training are included in the 5 unafflicted skandha. So there are 5 afflicted skandha which we have: our body, and feeling, and perception, formation, consciousness. Now here is called unafflicted skandha. See, perfect speech of no more training, perfect action, and the perfect livelihood are in the hip of the moral ethics 1. And then perfect mindfulness of no more training and perfect observation are in the hip of absorption, means samadhi. And then perfect view of no more training, perfect concession, and perfect effort are in the hip of the wisdom awareness. These 3 training. And last 2 is the perfect full liberation is in the perfect full liberation, and and perfect awareness is in the perfect of seeing the premortal wisdom of full liberation. So these are called the 5 unafflicted skandha, which embodies the Buddhahood, the Buddha Dharmakaya. See, Buddha is not just empty, as yesterday we mentioned, full, a state of complete awareness, non-duality, inexpressible. See, so this is the 18th chapter dealing with the aspects of the 5 paths from the Jewel Ornament of Liberation, the wish-fulfilling gem of the noble teachings. Now chapter 19, the 10 bhumis, 10 bodhisattvas bhumi, 10 bodhisattva bhumi. Within these 5 paths, as just earlier mentioned, how many bhumis are there? So generally, beginners level and devoted action level, and then the 10 bodhisattva bhumi and the state of Buddhahood level. So these 10 and 3 comprise the bhumis, so there are 13 of them. All these bhumis are referred to in the lamp for the path to enlightenment, Atisha's writing in that book. One attains great joy and others. Great joy is the first bodhisattva bhumi, the 3rd path. And others refer to the true lower, as I mentioned, beginner and devoted action, and 10 higher buddhi, 10 higher bhumis, those bodhisattva bhumi. The beginner's bhumi is the path of accumulation. So there are 3 sections in that, you see, path of accumulation. Because it matures one's previously immatured mind. So before we enter into the path of accumulation, our mind is totally immature, fully affected by all the kleshas. So we are so feeling of exhausted, tired in the samsara. So I need really rest. So we started following the Bodhisattva's training. So she matures one's previously immature mind. The bhumi of that's the first beginner level. The second one, the bhumi of the devoted activity, is the path of application, because one is strongly devoted to the meaning of emptiness. Devoted or inspired, fully inspired, you can say inspired action. So much inspired, even though we are not fully realized emptiness, but we know the benefits of the realization of the emptiness. So devoted to the meaning of emptiness. During that time, factors that oppose the paramitas, such as miserliness and so forth, like which opposes practice of generosity, is miserliness, stinginess. So purify those attachment, miserliness, stinginess, and then which opposes the moral ethics, your behavior in the Vinaya. So which opposes that practice of moral ethics, purify all those. And so then, which opposes the practice of patience, anger, hatred, purify those. Which opposes the perseverance, laziness. There are different types of laziness. Purify all those. Which opposes meditative concentration, wandering thought, distracted mind, agitated mind. Bring those mind in the right place. Calm abide, relax. And which opposes the prajna, wisdom awareness, is grasping everything as real, substantial. Something is, there's a self. concrete. So those realized as illusory nature, manifestation, nothing but reflection. So purify all this negative, just in the devoted action level, such a strong inspiration to realize emptiness. See, that's what is here now. So forth, the afflicting emotions which are to be abandoned on the path of the insight, especially insight, and the imputed obscuration of knowledge are suppressed and so do not arise. Our such inveterate propensity of our habit, those just repeatedly meditate and purify. So this called these two parts or two levels, two bhumis. Those two bhumi are bhumi for the ordinary practitioner or samsaric, but they are on the path. You see, they are called ordinary because they have not realized the emptiness directly. That the 10 Bodhisattva bhumi arranged from the bhumi of great joy to the 10th cloud of Dharma. The 10 noble bhumi sutra says, Dasha Bhumi Sutra says, all the Buddha, all son of the victorious ones, all the Bodhisattvas. These 10 are the Bodhisattva bhumis, great joy and so forth. So then, the first great joy is attained at the time of the path of insight, as we have described. When one directly realizes the meaning of all pervading emptiness. The second to 10th occurs during the path of meditation and are ways of familiarizing oneself with the suchness as it is that was realized in the first bhumi. These Bodhisattva bhumis should be understood in general and in particular. First, the general explanation has three topics. The definition of the bhumis. What means bhumis? Their significance. Next is the significance of these bhumis. And the reason their classification is 10, why they are 10, especially. So first the definition. This special definition means that from first to the 10th, Bodhisattva bhumi, not Buddhahood or not ordinary. So the definition of the bhumi is wisdom awareness. So it means special insight. Directly penetrated the nature of the emptiness. Supported by absorption, means supported by the equipoise, karma pattern, by which the continuous mental stream of the practitioner directly realized the selflessness of all phenomena. That's the definition. Second, the significance of the bhumis. Why they call bhumi? Bhumi means ground in Sanskrit. Bhumi. So they are called bhumis because each is a foundation. First bhumi, second bhumi, third bhumi, each is a foundation for its respective good qualities, to hold the qualities to the individual levels. Or because each becomes a basis to go further, one after another, from one to the second to third, like that, one after another. So then, can you give us some example? She said, similes for the significance of the bhumi are here. Because premortal wisdom awareness is contained within them, and its qualities are enjoyed there. Like first bhumi, in that the realization of that bhumi, such great joy, so have just maintained that nature. Bhumis are said to be like a corral for cattle, or so the cattle are just staying there in that, so all qualities are maintained there. Because primordial wisdom awareness advances there, so bhumis are said to be like a race track. So means bhumi, you follow one after another, first to second, second to third, like that. Because primordial wisdom awareness is the basis for the birth of all the good qualities. Bhumis are said to be like a field. It's like a field. In the field, all the crops, fruits grow. Likewise, in this, each bhumi becomes the basis to develop all the Bodhisattva's excellent qualities. So that's why it's called the significance of the bhumis. Like when we go to first class, first grade, second grade, each grade, all the students, they gather all the information, step by step. The reason their classification is tenfold. Why just 10 Bodhisattvas bhumi? So let's see, they are classified into 10 due to the different training required for each. In the particular explanation, there are 9 topics of each bhumi. Each bhumi have their own distinctive name. It has distinctive significance, distinctive training, distinctive practice, distinctive purification, distinctive realization, distinctive abandonment, and distinctive birth, and distinctive ability. So because of having these different qualities, so there are 10 bhumis are divided. So all those, we no need to go all step as we have done basically at the 5 parts. Now please look at here. Now the Buddhahood. First I have to say these names first, The first bhumi is called Great Joy. Its practice is from the 6th paramita, is generosity. The second bhumi is called Stainless. The practice is called moral ethics. And the third bhumi is called Radiant. The practice is called patience. And the fourth bhumi is called luminous. So this is a perseverance. And the fifth bhumi is called very difficult to train. The practice is samadhi. And the sixth bhumi is called obvious transcendent. The practice is wisdom awareness. The seventh bhumi is called gone far, means gone far from the Sharavakas and Pratik Buddha. And the practice is called aspiration, the perfection of aspiration. The eighth bhumi is called immovable. It has such great samadhi, realization of the emptiness. Now cannot moved by the conceptual thoughts. The practice is called the mulam, the perfection This seventh is called skillful. The profession of skillful means seventh. The Bhumi practice because the profession of skillful means. The eighth, the practice is called profession of aspiration. And the ninth Bhumi is called good discriminating, and such a great ability of the discriminating as other that I mentioned. Such great bodhisattvas, they can communicate, not only human beings but even animals. Like as mentioned, Milarepa has communicated with a dog, deer. Lord Jigten Sumga has communicated with a vulture, horse, like those. Good discriminating awareness. The 10th Bhumi is called cloud of Dharma, means like from the cloud then falls the rain, to all where it is needed. So likewise, those great bodhisattvas who attend Bhumi effortlessly can bestow the Dharma teachings, from the cloud of their wisdom and the compassion. This not is called cloudy mind, And then, so these are the 10 name of the 10 Bhumis and the practice of the 10 perfection. Okay. I think I forgot to mention the parameters of the 9th and the 10th Bhumi. Did I mention? 9th, the parameter is called the perfection of the power, strength, which Bodhisattva is fully victory from the all maras, especially the 4 maras. And the cloud of Dharma, the profession practice is called the profession of primordial wisdom. Now, that Bodhisattva so much involved in the practice of the direct, uncontrived or unfabricated, the mind itself. So when it's fully perfected, then becomes Buddha, as we in the first chapter or there you see in the introduction. So when the confusion dawn or transform into the primordial wisdom, when one attains the Buddhahood. So the Bodhisattva of the 10th Bhumi now so much now having such great wisdom to see the mind, our basic mind, the afflictions, nothing but is natural wisdom. In other words, the very nature of samsara itself is nothing but nature of nirvana. So the Bodhisattva of 10 Bhumi has such great ability to practice that. And when it's perfected, it becomes the Buddha. Do you know the 4 maras? Don't know? 4 maras called the mara or the demons of the mental affliction, Nyumumbedu. The mara of the skanda, Pumbudu, and the mara of the Devaputra, and the mara of the death. So this is called 4 maras. Demons, we are demonized by our mental afflictions. We are so much suffering because of our 5 skandhas. the Mara of the skandha. And Devaputra means our attachment to the pleasure of the five sensual objects. Then there's a lot of fear, doubts, confusion rise at the time of death. So Mara of the death. So these are the, now look at in the samsara, we are so much involved with these four maras. We are suffering so much in this field. Look at these. So these can only deal by the Dharma, the teaching, Buddha's teaching. Without Dharma teachings, we are completely lost in this. See? Especially like nowadays, the more modern technologies are developed, more maras are there, more suffering is there. It's very clear, obvious, looks very impressive outwardly, Oh, this is happening, oh, great solution, but there's no real solution there, More add up, more suffering, So, this Buddha's wisdom, compassion, see, it's taught 2,600 years ago, still so relevant, so fresh. See, that's the Buddha's teaching. In page here 277, Buddhahood. That's level. So we finished the first two ordinary practitioners level, and then the 10 Bodhisattvas Bhumi. Now the 13th is Buddhahood. Buddhahood is the Bhumi called the perfection, it's called the path of perfection that we have described before at the section of the path, 5 paths. All the obscurations of afflicting emotions which are subject to purification on the path of meditation, and the imputed obscurations of knowledge means the leftover subtle obscurations to the wisdom, which are like the sap of a tree, the skin of the tree, are fully purified at one time when the Vajra-like absorption is generated after the 10th Bhumi. Thus, all these Bhumis are completed in 3 limitless kalpa or aeons. So generally, in all Buddhist school, this we agree. Of course, then there are individuals who can attain Buddhahood shorter than this, or some may take longer than this. The Bodhisattva Bhumi, this is written by Asanga, special text, compiled all the essence of teachings regarding the Bodhisattva. In that book says, these are all accomplished in 3 limitless kalpa or aeons. During the first limitless kalpa, one attains the great joy, Bhumi, first Bhumi, fully passing through the expressional action. This is attained through the persistent effort. The Bodhisattva who following the path of accumulation, path of application should be very persistent. Otherwise, if one is not persistent, one cannot achieve this Bhumi in this first limitless kalpa. During the second limitless Kalpa Aeon, one attains the 8th Bhumi from the first or from the second to the 8th Bhumis, passing the 7th Bhumi. Gone afar, the 7th Bhumi is called gone afar from the first Bhumi's great joy. This is definite because the purely motivated Bodhisattva will definitely make the effort. During the third limitless Kalpa Aeons, one attains the 10th Bhumi, cloud of Dharma, passing through the 8th and 9th Bhumis. Those, now this all just now how 3 limitless Kalpa one can attain Buddhahood. But there are some exceptional here now saying, those with extraordinary perseverance, a Bodhisattva has such great perseverance, motivations, and can comprise this into one Antakalpa, a quarter of the aeons, and some even into a Mahakalpa, the great aeon. One should understand that it cannot be comprised into one limitless kalpa. One limitless kalpa cannot be comprised. But there are half kalpa or one whole kalpa. That's possible too. That they need to be purified, all the obscurations and need to accomplish great qualities can be done within the half kalpa or great kalpa, but not kalpa aeon, but not a limitless kalpa. No? So this way, how Buddha is attained Buddhahood. So this is the 19th chapter dealing with the Bodhisattva's Bhumi from the Jewel Ornament of Liberation, the fulfilling gem of the noble teachings. Do you know Antakalpa and Mahakalpa? If you study Abhidhamma Korsha, Abhidhamma, so there describes one kalpa has 4 sections. Now, like this planet, this our world, to be in this, first it starts from the space. In the space, now according to Abhidhamma, in the space, there's a wind, powerful wind, indestructible wind, in which holds the water, the ocean. Then on the ocean, because the wind manifests the bubbles, all the bubbles become farm, land, ground, this now, and the mountains. Then on that, from the foam wall, individuals who are there, who finish their karma in the foam wall and reborn on this planet. Then from there, slowly, first is a god realm, then a human being, then animal, then a spirit, hungry spirits, then hell realm. So when that is one individual who is born in the hell realm, that's the one complete duration of time. It's called how it's formed, the world. Then from there, there's a time until the destruction starts. There's a period of time until the starts of the destruction. Then when this destruction starts, the destruction of the world starts, that takes one period of time. So there are three, see. When all destroyed, totally now into the space. So then next to start, in that there's empty. So this force called Antakalpa. Any one of those called Antakalpa, Parikalpa. And then this complete one whole force, the four duration, a complete is called Mahakalpa. So that kind of now limitless, see, from 1 to count to the 60, we have say 1, 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 100,000, then what? Million, 10 million, then what? So then say Tungjur, or maybe 1/10 of the billion, I think. Then goes to billion, trillion, all the way to the 60. No, this we have number that, no. So, Chichu Jato Timbum da Saya Jawa Tungjur Kubutang Betangsus, Timbum, Tepti, Rapta, Tamti, Metu, Chechi, during the Wampo like those goes to the 60. Then when you come to 60, this called one limitless kalpa. So there's a limitless, there's a two. One real limitless, countless. This is counting to the 60, then just leave there as a one limitless. So this is Abhidharma education. So this, just maybe I made mistake, but this is how in the Abhidharma Kosha describes like this, And now you see, generally, in real way, our study, practice of the Buddhist teaching. Look at how powerful it is, how vast it is. No, it's not just a simple thing. No? Look at the Buddha's wisdom. All these steps we take to become a better human being, better individual, less confusion, less suffering. That's most important. See, person become more, say, confidence. Not as a mention always, not as a Buddhist, but we all want to become better, sincere, wise, making less mistake, doing better for oneself and others. See, it's how precious. Right from the beginning, look at you, see, when we talk about the karma, it's very important. Don't ignore karma. Sometimes in the name of the emptiness, we ignore karma. That's not so wise, Sometimes in the emptiness, there's no karma exist. How you can say? Buddha, you see, know about the karma and practice about the karma. For 3 limitless kalpa, he purified the karma. Nothing but accumulated all the good karma, virtuous qualities, and attained the Buddhahood. So Buddha is the result of the purification of all the non-virtue, cause of suffering. Buddhahood is the result of the perfection of all the excellent qualities. See, we should see that. So that, because Buddha achieved that, Buddha taught all the sentient beings the Four Noble Truths. See? So we practitioners see this, through your, as in this book, this how this book is so precious, See, how to become a better human being, reliable, trustworthy, a place of peace, harmony, step by step, so that we can make it the world better. And then enlightenment. And it all goes to our own mind. See, at the karma session, as I have read, the karma and its thought start from the mind, you see. That's why this whole manifest like the space. This whole space is without space, there cannot have planet. There cannot have galaxies. There cannot have stars. All these galaxies, stars, planets, manifesting because of the space. Even though space is empty, but dissolves into emptiness, manifests from emptiness. Likewise from the mind. Everything manifests from the mind. Samsara manifests from the mind. Nirvana manifests from the mind and dissolves into the mind. So, his teaching is see how do we relate to our mind based on wisdom, compassion. See, that's why this book is such a precious. How Gampopa was skilled. A small book is from this such a vast Buddhist teaching, all the sutras, volumes and volumes that he studied, practiced himself, and then for us put in a small book in a complete way. So see how precious, you see. Really, That's why we have reason to feel fortunate. Thank you. Now, please take a deep breath. Inhale fully and exhale all our tension out. And then during this time, whatever some benefit you got or we got, we appreciate, rejoice it, and we dedicate all this become a cause to attain complete Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings.
愿以此功德普济于一切众生与我等，皆共成佛道。